Hello, good morning, my people, African people, black people. I give you salute. Good morning. Yeah. And this morning, I really want to share my idea with you, and I think that you get me my point. Yeah. And there's something which is going on, and which we African we are not talking about. And I will sit down here today and talk about that thing, that particular issue. Yeah. Most of the people says that France stolen Africans' money. Yeah. Chinese people's fucked up with the Africans. It's another issue too. But none of them talking about the real particular enemy which we have in Africa. Our particular enemy in Africa is United States of America and British UK. They are our enemy. The real enemy for Africans is those peoples. Yeah, because they don't care for our lives as they do since 400 good years, and they must still demand to do that. Anytime when our leaders, African leaders, realize to know that we have to change our rule, we have to do the right thing, or he have to do the right thing for his people, you guys find how to take him out. Whether he being assassinated or they move him in power. They do to Thomas Sankara. They do to Seydou Keita, Mali. They do to Kwame Nkrumah too, and the rest. So this time ahead, we are not gonna sit down and watch that. As the way the real African continent, the leaders in Africa realize to know that no, now we have to be together. Since 63 years later, we know that we got to be together and push forward, get one voice. But I tell you that you are enemy. In why I say that? Now we Africans need to develop our country as a nation. We need to create education, schools, universities, hospitals, road, and other stuffs. Which part are you playing, British and American, now in our country? Which part? You American pretend, and not to pretend, doing. You pretend like you there with us, but at the same time too, I know, biting us in our back and give smile face in front of us. Yeah. What we need in Africa is intelligent machines to develop our nation, not military. What you Americans doing? You guys, the whole Africa, plant your military bases in our nation. Is it the military bases we want to use it to develop our country? I mean, we tell you that we need to fight with somebody else. We Africa, we are fighting? No. We are not fighting with ourselves. Even you people never defend Africans, blacks Africans. Never. You people defend Africa. Never. It's we Africans who defend you people? If not to remember your Second World War, who them going to the front line? Is it you or the black peoples? Yeah. So now you pretend like you want to come and protect Africa. In which way? Because Chinese people come in and spend their money to find how to, enter or doing the same issue like you people do. That is why you bring your bases over there. Watch it. Who don't need you? American and British, France, who don't need you people in Africa? Chinese people, who don't need you people over there? So, for a long time ago, for good 400 years, you British and American, disestability our nation. Fucked up with we, slave us, manipulators, and you are still continue doing. Now we know what we have to do. Now we know what steps we must follow. So I submit for you people to stand outside, not to come in to, make interference inside our political system and use those foolish people, those foolish leaders to destabilize our system, which the new leaders want to follow. American and British, UK, we already know which type of humanity you people want for Africans. We already know which kind of idea you have for we Africans. You attempt to poison us with our own freedom. You attempt to poison us with our own water we drink, but we are still alive. You bring such sickness in our nation, we are still alive. So now what do you want to do? You wanted to come with the bombs to kill us too? I want for you to know, no matter how you kill us, we will still come. We have some word in my country, Ghana, Ashanti land, say, apim kotoko, apim baba, ukuma apim baba. If you kill 1,000 will come. So, no matter how it is, if you plant your bases in Africa, military bases in Africa, you think that is the military bases we're going to take for ourselves? If you wanted to, bomb our nation, no matter how you bomb them, no matter how we make this a disability, we will still bomb more. More will come. And we will still overcome you people. The time reach. There's the time. You people write your own Bible and you write inside that type of histories. Yeah, that's a history. So now is the time. And we African organized to overcome you guys then. What we don't want is to revenge you people. No, we are not, we are not like you guys then. So we are not going to revenge you people. But what I want to tell you, I want for you to know, you are enemy for us. You Americans, you people are enemy for us. So, we don't want for you to continue to plant your military bases in our nation. See right now, Chinese people says, what the bullshit with Chinese people doing with the black people in China, the racism system which they are doing, they say Americans do the same things for black people in America. So if them do that in them country, China, what's matter? Yeah. You see, you are the one who create such inferior to our people and the world. And these Chinese peoples come to know that you use the same items for good 400 years. So if he did now, this type of thing, who will stop him? Nobody else. And I think that you are happy because you are clapping. Yeah, you don't want me? Now you go to the China, see how the way the Chinese people do it to you. But you do the same thing to us. So there's no difference. But I wanted to remind you, you Chinese peoples and American peoples and British peoples. Now we know. We the youth know. And we're gonna organize, teach ourselves to understand that we Africans are one. We are one nation. If you touch any one black man, you touch the rest of the blacks. If you touch one woman, African woman, one black woman, you touch the rest of the blacks. So we are ready. I particular who I'm talking, I'm really ready. I don't care what will happen to me. I'm ready to die, to be in jail. Doesn't matter. Yeah, because if I sit down and don't share my idea, my brain, with my people, spokes out what is going on, I will die with it. So if I say, and you kill me, I say to you, there's no wrong with it. But if I don't say it, it's wrong for me. So I will say it. As the same you do to Malcolm X, as the same you do to Martin Luther King, as the same you do to Thomas Sankara, as the same you do to Seydou Keita, and the rest of, including Nkrumah. Yeah. What's wrong with you people? Is it the military bases we need in our country? Is it that we need? No. See, when Kwame Nkrumah brought, nuclear energy, new nuclear energy in our country, people get scared. And they use some foolish blacks. They use some foolish blacks, which, J.B. Dankwa, and Akufo-Addo father, use them to overthrow Kwame Nkrumah so that African nation will still be the same. 63 good years later, we are still the same. So now, as you see that the new generation try to follow that route, you get annoyed. The same annoyed you go to kill, Gaddafi, because the man want better for Africans. The better which you don't want for Africans, we Africans want that better. We want to do that better, and at the same time you don't want. Why? Because you know that the resources which we got, our property which we got, is not benefit for us. It's benefit for you and your future peoples. And what about mine? My future peoples are not human beings. And you are always talking about human rights. What kind of that human right? What is the meaning of that human right? I want to know. What is the meaning of that human right? Your human right for you. My people don't have no human right. So, at this time ahead, we start to move together. We start to move to do something better for our nation. American and British people and French people who don't want you guys there. You got people best to stand outside. Leave us alone. It doesn't matter who then will make business with them. But we don't want you. Why? Because you are enemies for us. Because you do that such enemies things good 400 years. not 4 years, as the way they do to the Jewish peoples, and them are crying, they kill us, they kill 4 years. You suffering 4 years. We suffering 400 good years, and we are still resist. And nobody talking about that. Nobody talking about that. And now we try to arrange ourselves to do something better. You bring your bases, your military bases in our nation to do what? Is this the military basis we're gonna use to develop our country? Is it the military basis we're gonna use to feed our youth? Is it the military basis we're gonna use to feed our children? No, man. So we don't need you, American. We don't need you. Yeah. So if you hear this message, and you wanted to find me, I'm here. I'm ready. One black less, doesn't matter. But I want to not let you know that no matter how you kill us, you kill me, you kill or you put me in prison, we're gonna still create. We will still be more, and we will still continue to speak out. As Nkrumah did, as Thomas Sankara did, as Seydou Keita did, and as right now, Patrick Mulumba speaks out now, and this particular woman, Arikana, too speaks out. So there's no matter how it is, no matter how you people wanted to break sweet, we day by day, this generation move up, we will never stop. We will never stop. We will continue to speak out until the last day. So if you pretend to, disestability our political system, you make a big mistake. If you think that if you make you plant your bases in our nation so that you will get fear on you, you make big mistake. I told you, when you kill 1,000 will come. Asante Kotoko. Ukuma apim baba. Yes. So it's enough, and it's okay. American, it's okay. No more. We don't need you no more. We don't want you. Never you be needed for us. So we don't want you for you to come ministry our political system, to make interference our political system, make interference with individual peoples. We already know which steps we must to follow, because they teach us. We learn from you people. And our leaders make we know. The history make we know. So we are ready for you people. If you people are ready for us, we are also ready for you guys then. So I send you this message. Whether you listen it in a carefree way, you listen it in a good ear to stop to do the bullshit. If you want to work with us, better you start to find how to. And stop to disturb us. It's good for you. You and your future child, youth. But if you continue in this way, as you do it for good 400 years, no, it won't be 500. 400 is enough. 500 years it will not be, and 600 no. So we are ready for you guys, as you guys were ready for us. Thank you for my speaking.